So what we're going to do, because the girls obviously love talking about juicy gossip. And as a life coach, there's a lot of things about famous people's relationships that end up in the news and the media. And obviously with video, you can see a lot of body language. You can hear people's words. You can see the things they put out on Twitter, the things they say in interviews. And so I'm going to give commentary on what I see. And because what I've heard is that, especially when we start talking about Kanye, is that he wanted to get back together with his wife. So based on the stuff that Estefania has researched and found and what we hear, I'm going to give advice as if I was talking to Kanye and telling him what he should do in order to put himself in the best possible position so Kim would come running back to him. So that should be kind of fun because we could tie it into the 3% man principles and obviously talk about something that's juicy that the girls love talking about.
So do you know anything about like Khloe and Tristan's relationship or any of her like timeline love? Or
so we're talking about Khloe Kardashian
correct.
And Tristan. Tristan, he's the basketball
NBA
player, right?
Yes, correct.
He played with LeBron James at one point, or he does now with the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, right?
Yeah, I think
he's in Cleveland now.
Yeah, I think
he's
he
in
played
Ohio.
with LeBron in Cleveland when they won that championship. I think, I don't know, but he's a basketball player. So I know that I know who
he's good friends with LeBron though.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. Definitely good friends with him. So yeah.
So he was dating Khloe for a while.
He was dating Khloe for a while, and then the internet like was trending because there was like a whole incident of Tristan impregnating another.
Impregnating?
Yes, impregnating. So it was like Tristan. So Tristan Tristan has another son now. So what he did was he cheated on Khloe and he had another son.
Were they married or boyfriend girlfriend?
No, they were just together.
So they were friends with benefits? They weren't in a relationship?
They were in a relationship, but it's just like...
So she thought they were exclusive, but obviously they weren't?
No.
I think you need to back up a little bit because you're missing a ton of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I want to do the whole thing, but he was asking me questions. So we had to like do the timeline.
Because you asked me, it's like I knew about them. Like, I know he's a basketball player. I know she's one of the Kardashians.
But do you keep up with them? Like you keep up like with the... That's what I meant.
No,
because like it's going to be like all new to you.
I don't watch the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians or anything like that.
I've
heard of it though.
So we backtrack. So Lamar and Khloe were together first. They got together back in 2009.
Lamar Odom, right?
Yes, Lamar Odom.
I remember him. He played with Kobe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he played. He was also in the NBA. And he was with Khloe for 4 years. So they did get married. And throughout the 4 years, there were some problems between the two. And Khloe filed for divorce in 2013. So she had enough of Lamar and said bye-bye. So Lamar Odom, he had substance abuse issues and later admitted to cheating during his marriage with Khloe Kardashian and with multiple women. So we have Khloe devastated, of course, because she's married to a man that she loves and he cheats on her. And on top of that, he does abuse in substance abuse, which was too much for her, traumatizing. And I remember that her parents, like not her parents, but her family,
it sounds like
were
she's
supporting
picking
her.
the bad boy that she's trying to fix. Lamar would be just so perfect if I could just fix this about him.
Lamar did come clean like later on. Like now, obviously, he's gotten better. He's not doing like the substance abuse. You know, he changed his life around and he did try to get back Khloe.
He had to, though.
Yeah. Oh, of course he had to. Like didn't
he OD or something like that at one point? Yeah.
But in their show, it came out that because like this shit, like during their marriage, they were trying to get pregnant. But then in like one of the later seasons, she said that she was like trying not to get pregnant because she knew that things weren't going to work out with them. So she told Lamar they were trying to get pregnant and like, oh, like, you know, I think I'm fertile this day, blah, blah. But in reality, like she was trying to make it to where they couldn't get a baby.
Sunshine up his ass.
Mm-hmm.
What was she trying to make it to? What was the reason why she didn't just leave?
I'm not really sure. I just know that.
So she was in love with his potential, hoping that he would change.
Possibly.
Hoping that he would have finally gotten it out of his system and now he was ready to be loyal and faithful.
It's been through a lot.
I mean, I don't blame her.
And they got married within like 30 days or something. Like, I think it was like 60 days of knowing each other or something crazy like that.
Wow. That's usually a good decision. Although, you know what? Years ago, I used to work with a couple or a woman. She was a manager at this restaurant I worked at when I was in my 20s. And she met her husband. I think they were, I don't know, 21, 22. They dated for like 6 weeks. They got married. They had, I can't remember, 2 or 3 kids. Still, you know, when I knew them, they'd been together almost 30 years and they were like kids in love. They just adored one another. And so that was one of those rare exceptions. They met and were just always together after that. And it worked for them. But that's the exception.
Well, after Khloe and Lamar broke apart, they were not together, and we get into Tristan. So we know a little bit about Khloe. Now we get into Tristan. Tristan was dating a model, Jordan Craig. She's beautiful. Her Instagram is like popping. So the two have been dating since 2014. And 2 years later, she revealed that she was expecting their first child together, which was a son. And in December 2016, Jordan gave birth to their son, Prince. However, she had to do it alone. Sis had to do it alone, as in the article said.
So when a woman wants to have a baby, she'll have a baby.
Sis did it alone.
So she was telling Lamar, sure, let's have a baby. But her actions...
This isn't Khloe having a kid.
No. This is Tristan and Jordan. So, like, I have to give you the
Okay, so who's
intel.
Tristan and Jordan?
I just said Tristan Thompson is the guy.
Okay, so it's the same dude. All
so
right.
we know Khloe's back round. She's coming where she's coming from, and now you have to introduce Tristan before getting to her thing, correct? So that's why I wanted to
I'm
introduce
just trying to
her.
follow along.
Wasn't Jordan the one that was best friends with? No, that's a different Jordan.
Yeah, there's two Jordans. Yeah.
There's a big body count
but
involved
actually,
in this whole story.
do you have Jordan Woods in here too?
Jordan was actually after, like in between.
Yeah,
in between Khloe and Tristan. That
so
has to be
more
said.
than one Jordan?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's one.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll
This one
totally confuse
different.
everybody. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm lost.
I love the Kardashians.
For some reason, I have like the T, like I can like follow through. So it's just like a lot of names come up, and like if Macy follows, so she understands, right? You knew about Jordan though, right? Yeah. So yeah,
Tristan Thompson and Jordan Craig
Correct.
are dating.
they were
dating
dating
since 2014.
Correct. She then was
he
dating
got
her.
one. He's slipping past the goalie.
But see, here's the thing though. 3 months before she gave birth, Tristan and Jordan broke up. So he
Damn.
broke up with, I don't know how he broke up with who, I forgot that part, but the two broke up, and that's when he begins to date Khloe Kardashian. So it kind of, right after the
He
breakup,
made the big time at last.
he went to Khloe Kardashian.
He-
And the
She
internet
was
did
big
go,
time.
yeah.
She's bigger than Jordan, apparently, right?
Well, the Kardashians, they're definitely all sisters, plus the Jenners are literally the most
Everybody likes to
follow
date
people
up.
that
I see all this stuff
the
in the
audience
red
likes to
pill
see.
community, hypergamy, and all this stuff. Women want to date
Yeah.
up. It's like guys want to date up too. You always want to punch above your weight.
So yeah.
You always want to feel like, man, I landed that person, or they're fucking crazy about me. Hell yeah.
Well, after they broke up, the internet like went crazy because they thought like Khloe broke like Tristan and Jordan at one point. So the internet was going crazy about that. But we get into
So she was a homewrecker.
that's what they were saying. But Tristan
they
came
were
clean.
dating before.
So he
was-
began to
was
date
cheating.
Khloe.
She was dating Tristan while Tristan was still with Jordan.
Tristan said he wasn't with her. He made a claim that he wasn't with Jordan at the time when he met Khloe. That's what he's saying.
But she
And
was
what did Jordan
pregnant.
say?
She was pregnant with his baby though.
So they had split up,
They split up, yes.
While she was pregnant.
but we don't know this for certain.
No, it is certain.
It
What
is?
are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know.
No, like it's certain Tristan and Jordan broke up. When they broke up,
But I'm just asking the question of where did Khloe come in the picture? Was Tristan still with Jordan
Tristan said no.
when he met Khloe and he was like, "Hey, girl,"
I don't know.
and they
Khloe dated him first. Khloe dated Tristan first.
Oh, before?
Yeah.
So they
And then Jordan came in afterwards once they broke up.
No.
Huh?
Jordan-
You're talking about Jordan Woods, like
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner's friend. This is a
Alright,
different
yeah, we're
Jordan.
talking about
Confused.
Jordan
This
Craig.
is getting annoying. There's too
What the
much
hell's
going on.
going on here?
There's two Jordans. You guys are
Alright.
confusing Jordan Craig and Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods is Kylie's best friend, but that was after. That was after Jordan. You had to go really back of what happened because it's like the pattern that when Tristan left Jordan, he did the same thing with Khloe. Well, he didn't leave her, but he cheated on her when she was pregnant.
This is the beauty of talking to women. There are going to be like 15 different subjects going on.
Oh wait, you guys. Oh, here, let's do this because this is Jordan Craig. Ladies, this is Jordan Craig. Macy knows who I'm talking about, but
she's cute.
She's gorgeous. She's an Instagram model. She does a great job.
She's got beautiful lips.
Very beautiful, and her content is great. So these two were dating back in 2014 for 2 years.
Lips that were made for kissing. Damn, nice job.
That's
Tristan.
her.
Tristan's
Super
a
cute.
Stud, man. Good for him.
And then obviously this is now Tristan and Khloe. So you have Tristan with Jordan. Huh?
Khloe looks hot. She looks good.
Khloe there. Let's get into pages. Now you have like a clear view of what I'm saying.
All
Corey?
right. So now I got the people
Perfect.
in the story.
So that's what happened.
As we continue on in our little journey.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They break up.
The ride at
Khloe
Disney
starts
World.
to date.
It's a small world after all.
I wasn't sure. Like, Macy, did you hear anything? Like, I remember Tristan saying when he announced it on Instagram, like a post, Insta story actually, to confirm that he met Khloe way after, and that she didn't interrupt the Jordan and
I don't know
that one. Well, there was like a whole thing, although I thought you knew that. But I mean, Tristan went on the internet and he has like went on Insta story and said stuff like, "Guys, stop attacking Khloe, that she's not a homewrecker, that I met her way after, blah, blah, blah." Like, he's like talked about that. So
we take it at face value that they met after he had left.
Yeah,
Jordan.
That's what he's saying. So back in 2016, Khloe and Tristan then first announced their romance. They're together, they're happy. Like, that was like a big like step for Khloe because what she's been through, and she thought she found like the man of her dreams. But then we get into like some of the problems, and in 2018, that's when like photos and videos of Tristan allegedly cheating surfaced the internet. So the internet was trending with this. He started
in 2018, he was getting he had a little side piece going.
I don't know. It's just, if you think about it.
Or the flavor of the week.
Maybe. I don't know. He was just with women. He was seen kissing and cozying up with an Instagram model, Lonnie Blair, at a young inn. I think it was a lounge in New York, or it was another lounge in another
this
spot.
is where Donald Trump's grab him by the pussy mark comes in.
Ouch.
Because quite frankly, when you're at that level, chicks come up to you and they come on to you and you can grab them by the pussy. They want you to grab them by the pussy. They're coming on to you. You literally don't leave with them minutes later. That's the world that they live in.
And then the Shade Room. So I don't know if you heard of the Shade Room, but the Shade Room is an Instagram account that says all the drama or whatever happens with the celebrities and other people. The Shade Room is for that. So they posted snaps of the two heading back to the hotel around 5 a.m. So they had like juicy content. Like, they really got this, like, caught Tristan,
I'm sure they were just both going back to their hotel rooms.
Could be.
Or they were going to go back and do some Bible study.
But then, like, the drama became public and Khloe was in total disbelief. When this happened...
What do you think about that, Macy? You think they were doing Bible study when they went back to the hotel?
Yeah.
Bible study.
Sure, let's put it that way.
Studying the missionary position.
Total belief. So when this drama was unfolding, she was pregnant at the time.
Who was pregnant?
Khloe.
Khloe was?
Yeah, she was pregnant at the time.
Damn, that's savage. So that's twice.
Was this way?
That's twice she got cheated on.
So
by her
I
man.
think like what you have is good, but I think you should have put that 2 years in the relationship they got pregnant unexpectedly, because how you have it that 2 days later Thompson was born, like.
That's what I was gonna say. No, like right now, that's what I said. Like, she was pregnant at the time. Just said it now. But I don't have it like I could reading it off it. I'm doing it, but at the same time I'm improvising. So I'll just put in like the notes and stuff like that.
So Tristan's giving it to another girl, and then the next day he's in the delivery room for the birth of his son with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's savage. That's fucking savage, man.
That's so messed up, though.
It really is.
Jesus. You're not amused, Macy?
I have no comment.
You don't like that at all?
I have no comment.
You're not happy that he did that?
I have no comment.
Why?
It's Khloe Kardashian. Like, how do you fumble that bad? Like, if you get it, like, why would you fuck that up?
Because he didn't care.
There's guys that take things for granted. I would never understand that.
You gotta understand, a dude, he's a handsome guy. He's successful. He's an NBA champion. He gets ass thrown at him wherever he goes. And at the end of the day, no matter how hot the girl is, we even did a video on this. It's like somewhere there's a dude that's tired of dealing with her bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Looks won't keep you anywhere.
Exactly.
And we don't even know what she truly looks like because of all the Photoshop. So,
Or what she's like as a human being.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is she even fun to listen to?
We don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
That's true. So yeah, like I said before, she
so
was
you're
pregnant.
just not a fan of Tristan,
I think he's very attractive.
but you're not a fan of what he did.
Yeah.
You looked all mad about it.
Yeah. I'm a Yeah. Yep.
Because you wanted them to have the little storybook Disney thing. They live happily ever after, two rich and famous, successful people, good-looking people. They should have the dream life, right? The big house, the mansion, the cool friends, beautiful kids, beautiful life.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's still kind of shit that happens in the trailer park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's no such
Just
thing.
it happens at Beverly Hills instead.
Yeah. At the end
Still
of the
in
day,
trouble.
there's no such thing as like a perfect fairy tale ending. But we also have to be realistic. Like if you're gonna be cheating on that person, just cut it off. But that's just me. Everyone does their own thing.
Well,
Yes.
as you continue along in our little journey here, what
So-
happened next? And then?
And then when this was going on, I did say like she was preggo. She was pregnant. And they weren't planning to get like a child because obviously they were just together. They didn't even get married or anything. They're just together. But like the drama that unfolded with like Tristan being seen with other women, like it hurt Khloe and she was in total disbelief and she wanted to leave in Cleveland. So that means when she was supposed to be due, she like went to Tristan's place. Like she was staying there. So she was very considerate for him so he can be a part of the birth of his daughter. So she stayed there. But, Khloe wasn't really happy with the news. I mean, I wouldn't think anyone would be happy if you did like that sacrifice for someone,
I totally agree.
Yeah. And then like 2 days later, after 2 days later, Thompson was born. She's a beautiful little girl. She's super sweet, and I've seen her on Instagram. Khloe loves her. Like, Khloe's all about her. Like, she's a mom now, and she loves that. So despite what was going on with Tristan, she did try to make it work for her daughter. And Tristan was in the delivery room for the special occasion. So, and I remember I did see this episode at Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And you can see, like, the footage where, like, Kim wasn't really happy. She was, like, doing things behind his back. Like, they weren't really happy what happened with that drama. And the fact that, yeah, he was there but for the delivery, but that shouldn't have happened,
Mm-hmm.
So the baby's born. They're figuring it out together. Obviously, Khloe did forgive him and, like, obviously stayed with him. But it took her a while to do that. Like, she really had to get back up on her feet because it was really devastating for her.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a pattern because of Lamar Odom. This was the same thing that happened back then.
She's in love with a dude's potential. She's hanging out with those bad boys, hoping she's going to tame him. And at the end of the day, she's ignoring reality. She's choosing guys. I mean, at least two dudes that have a track record of not being loyal and faithful. That's who they are. Like Maya Angelou used to say, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time. And so that's what you're seeing. You know, you've forgiven somebody that's cheated on you multiple times and hoping they're going to change. If I was at Las Vegas and you're like, what would I put my money on? It wouldn't be on that. It'd be on the fact that they'll probably cheat again. That's who they are. It's their nature. Those are fuck buddies, sex playmates, friends with benefits, not people you marry or get into monogamous relationships with. You just have a nice fling and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I understand the whole cheating part, but then like what happens when like you cheat on someone that you know, like you're friends with and stuff like that? That's like a whole different level, would you say? If someone like, because this is what happened like later on and a year later with Tristan. He goes like, well, he didn't do anything with Jordyn Woods, but Jordyn Woods is or was Kylie
they were
Jenner's
kissing.
best friend. They said they were making out at a party. That was a
Who
whole
said
rumor
that?
coming
It was
out.
just rumors?
There were like rumors coming out, but then Tristan, when he was confronted by Khloe, he did say something.
He said it didn't happen?
No, he said first he didn't talk about it, but
happen.
it did happen.
Oh,
but
okay.
Jordyn said,
so he was making out with her.
but Jordyn said it wasn't a makeout.
Yeah, Tristan
Make
Thompson's a player. He's a perpetual free agent. He's like the Viking warrior that stays in a village for a little while, hangs out, has a few relationships with some of the fair maidens, maybe knocks up one or two, and then there's something calling him over the horizon, this bit, something slightly over the hill, and he has to go check that out, and he just moves on. The man's just passing through.
He has commitment issues.
It's just who he is. He's just not a guy that's gonna settle down with one chick.
Yeah.
That's so you gotta. If you guys are women, and because you guys are gonna come across dudes like this, and if you're one loyalty and monogamy, thinking a dude like Tristan Thompson is gonna be your knight in shining armor, he ain't Mr. Right. He's Mr. Right now. And as long as you can see it for what it is, and you don't get attached or hung up, hopefully.
But see, here's the thing though. Jordyn said it wasn't a makeout. Jordyn said that when he was escorting her outside, that he like kissed her, like he tapped her. So it was just like, whose side to take? That was the whole drama. Tristan said one thing, Jordyn said another thing, and the thing was,
her lips.
Jordyn had
My
to
tongue
like.
just kind of. It just kind of came out. We did kind of French kissed. It just kind of happened.
I don't know.
Oops. Sure. Totally.
So that's what happened and trended, of course,
man.
on social media. And Jordyn had to go into the Red Talk. So Red Talk is a show with Will Smith's wife, Jada, and she
cheated on Will Smith.
Yes, that did happen.
Yes.
We went that, I remember. But she has like her own show, and she has like her daughter coming on, sometimes her mom, and they talk about things. So they brought Jordyn on the red table because Jordyn knows the family, like she's really close to them, and they wanted her to tell her story, her side. Because what happened with this story, all the Kardashians attacked Jordyn. So this poor girl, she felt attacked from a family also because the Kardashians were her family.
So she got excommunicated from the Kardashian clan?
Yeah.
She got booted out because Tristan made out with her?
That's what he said. Jordyn said no. And on top of that,
definitely cause Tristan to be loyal and faithful. Just, he made out with that girl, so let's kick that girl out of the club. That'll definitely fix that.
But it was harder on Kylie. So Kylie Jenner was very close friends with Jordyn. They were the best. They were the best duo together. So it affected her. Like this drama affected the family, especially Kylie Jenner and obviously Khloe and Tristan. And like the source said, they were both getting close and being flirty. They went to the after party. Source said they were all over each other and that the after party was with no phones. And like I said, Tristan denied the accusations, but later confessed. But Jordyn said she had to also come clean. Like she said that didn't happen. It was like that she wasn't all over the place. She did like confirm that she was on like close to his lap.
You ever hear the expression, don't try to turn a hoe into a housewife?
I've heard of it before. But
there's an expression like that for guys, and that's, trying to turn Tristan Thompson into the perfect husband, and no, that's not his thing, man. If you look at his actions, if you bottom line his actions, that's who he is.
Yeah.
So who do you guys believe, Jordan or Tristan?
Well, they obviously made out.
I believe Tristan. Because if he's gonna like come clean and say, "Oh, we did like make out," and she's like, "Oh no, like it wasn't like," I don't know.
So Jordan says it never happened.
Did she say it didn't happen, or it was just?
No, she said it did happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they made out.
But she said it was just like a small kiss, whereas
Yeah.
he's saying it was like a make out. Like he has more at stake to lose, and than she does at this point.
They
With like,
kissed. At the end of the day, they kissed.
yeah. So I believe her,
They kissed.
or
They
I believe
kissed.
him.
I don't care. They kissed. Doesn't matter. And hey, you know what? If I was Tristan Thompson, I'd have been kissing her too. I'm sure she's pretty.
Yeah, Jordan.
Because that's who Tristan Thompson
pretty.
is. That's why you gotta see reality as it is, not better than it is or worse than it is. You gotta see it as it is.
It's Jada, right? Pretty
And that's
Yes,
just who
yeah.
Tristan Thompson is. You just love him as he is. I don't see that there's something wrong with him. It's just stop trying to be something you're not.
Mhm.
Stop trying to be Mr. Loyal Monogamous dude when you're a player. Play on a player.
She loves herself. She's gorgeous.
She loves herself.
That's her. So obviously, this is a picture of her and Kylie. They were best friends. They would go everywhere
Wow,
together.
she's fucking hot.
Yeah, and now this is
Damn,
her on her birthday and her new man's.
Good for her.
He's way cuter.
He is hot. He is fine. So she definitely did.
Hey, Tristan Thompson was just passing through.
Yeah, she's dating Carl Anthony Towns.
That's a scandalous outfit.
It's
Yeah.
scandalous.
She looked
It's
great.
Scandalous.
She looked great. That's one thing. She knows how to rock any type of clothing. But that's her. That is her.
Okay, on to the next
Yeah.
part of our saga.
She didn't tell the Kardashians. That was a problem also that created heat between them. She didn't want to create more fire because of what was going on already in the past. So it didn't sit well with Khloe. Did not sit well with Khloe. And she said she's not the reason
Who's
the pair.
Marley? Or have we got to that?
Yeah, that's another girl. But she claims that she's not the reason
There's
the
always
pair.
another one, apparently.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a whole story. You have to see. I have to give you from the start. Why? So as a coach, you can see like the pattern, and then from there, you let me know like all this kind of stuff. Like, what are your intels on, and like, or your message, But Jordan said she wasn't the reason the pair broke up, because there was like drama between them where Khloe said that Jordan was the reason. But I feel like she stood by her man no matter what. Like Khloe stood by her man even though she knew Jordan. Do you think like that's fair? Like someone that has been in the family, even though
She's
whatever
giving
happened.
loyalty to somebody that doesn't value it.
But at the end of the day, that's like the father to her child. So I think she was probably just trying to keep peace and try to figure out this new life of co-parenting.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought also, and other people would have like other sides on it where like they thought like it was just too much for her.
Whatever.
Then in 2021, news broke out on December 3rd. So we're talking about around Christmas time that Tristan had allegedly cheated on Khloe with Mary Lee while he celebrated his 30th birthday in Houston, Texas. So according to US Magazine, Mary Lee is a fitness model. She's also pretty. I have a picture. And she previously worked as a personal trainer. So let's see a picture of her so you can have an idea. This is her. Well, that's her. That's the picture they put.
I see he has a type.
Barbie?
It's the BBL for me.
Well, these are the two together. That's them. She looks great though after.
Damn, she's hot too. He's killing it, man. Tristan Thompson's the man.
But things get a little more juicy between Khloe and Tristan because of this situation.
You're 75 G's. Just don't tell anybody I knocked you up.
Now, Mary Lee met Tristan in 2020 at a party. The two were hooking up, and then she became pregnant. So
Do you know
Tristan,
when in
Another one.
2020?
Oops.
no, I didn't check
I
why.
got pregnant somehow. Oops.
I just know that like on the show, Tristan and Khloe quarantined together, even though they weren't together, like as a couple, but they quarantined in the same house because his house was in Cleveland, and she was in LA, and they did it because of their daughter. So they were like playing house, but sleeping in separate bedrooms.
That's sad.
Super bathrooms. I remember the show. I mean that episode. Like seen a clip of it because there's clips on Instagram. They were just also talking together, like working things out. I remember that. Like they're trying to really work it out.
And then because of quarantine, that's why they got back together, because they like split up when he cheated on her when she had True, and so then because of quarantine and them spending all the time together, like they made up.
I mean, do you think it was for her to make up though? Like you're in a room, you're in a house with like your baby daddy basically, and like you're in separate rooms. Do you think that was like also followed? Do you think like they, besides reconciliating by words, did anything else during the process that made them to lead together, or was just more like talking the things out?
I mean, I don't think anyone will ever know that. The only two people that's gonna know that is those two.
Those definitely too. But like, as her being like this figure and everyone loves her so much because like, you know, they look up to her.
At the end of the day, Khloe had a baby with NBA champion. Her kid's gonna be amazing.
She's pretty cute. So yeah, like Macy was saying, they did get back together. They were working things out, but then we also had like this issue. So I'm trying to figure out was that before or after. But I think they said it was before, if anything.
Wants to win her back.
He offered though Mary Lee $75,000 to keep her pregnancy a secret.
You a lie.
And then she claimed that he claimed that he was retiring from the NBA after the current season and will soon be unemployed. That was a text message he had to
because
send.
he's basically saying, "Hey, you ain't getting no alimony or child support because I'm about to be unemployed."
He also sent another like a message saying that she should get an abortion. So he really clearly didn't want to have this baby.
And she kept the baby, right?
She did keep the baby.
Oh, of course.
She definitely kept the baby.
And now he's writing a check, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
sued it. Well, she sued Tristan for child support. So there's
And
still
she won, obviously, right?
that. I think
He's writing a check because doesn't he live in California?
no, but they agreed to they figured it out together.
Sacramento's California.
Yeah.
The bottom line is he wrote a nice big fat check.
Yeah. He confirmed
Did
his
he not?
father.
He wrote a check.
He wrote a check.
The man paid.
Agreed to co-parent, yeah. Confirmed he was a father. At one point he didn't confirm, like he didn't want to say, I think he denied that he was a father. Like he wasn't really saying that that child was his.
Well, yeah, when the accusations came out, he denied it for a little bit.
And then that's when he confirmed it. He was like a bigger person to say and to like admit it to it. And then he agreed to co-parent with like Mary Lee.
The man is a player.
Tristan then claims
Like Bob Marley, he is spreading his seed far and wide.
Weird how he didn't land himself on the Maury
he's not
show.
hooking up with average chicks. He's hooking up with women that are arguably moguls in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
He's dating top tier and knocking up top tier women. Good for him.
Pull-out game is weak.
What's that?
The pull-out game is weak.
Very.
The pullout game is weak.
Yeah. When Tristan confirmed that he was a father, he also went to Instagram to announce, to apologize to Khloe. So he apologized to her through Insta story. And he said, Khloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the headache and humiliation I have caused you. You don't deserve the way I have treated you over the years. And my actions certainly may have not lined up with the way I view you. I have the utmost respect and love for you, regardless of what you may think. Again, I am so incredibly sorry. So he apologized. He said he claims he wants to make everything right by her and he wants to win her back.
Sure.
Win who? Khloe back?
Yeah. Like him, like he was trying to work it out. Apologizing, trying to work it out. But
That's us.
according to the U.S.
Come on,
magazine, it was
man.
different.
Whatever. He
Oh,
wants to work it out.
He
my
had time to
ass.
apologize. Why is he doing it now?
should have.
Well,
Well,
assuming Khloe blocked him and he couldn't send her that text message. So he put it on the story, but also like on his Instagram story, but also for like everyone else to like see. Like the thing about them though is it's all about publicity. So even though like, yeah, this sucks, like I guarantee their bank account did a lot better after all of these tabloids came
They
out.
all made money. It's like they got richer. Keep going. What else did he say? Scroll up.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
That was the only thing. But after Tristan claimed that he wants to do everything right by her, but also I think for the daughter, Khloe will never
wants
take
to
him
do
back
it.
romantically. That's what they're
that
saying.
dude
Like a
never
source
ain't-
says,
he
final
ain't gonna
story.
be loyal and faithful to Khloe. Come on, man. Whatever.
But
he ain't gonna be
here-
loyal and faithful to nobody. He's a free spirit. Let the man roam. Stop trying to be something you're not.
Now we're gonna add the cherry on
You
top.
must be who you are. What you should be is not important.
What he is a headache.
That's what you think? A headache?
No offense. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to deal with someone like that, just like, I don't know.
Don't try to turn a hoe into a husband. Is that it? Does that work?
Yeah, more or less.
All right. So that's what Khloe did. She turned a hoe into a husband, and it didn't work out. It's like because you can't. He ain't gonna be loyal and faithful. It's not who he is.
Mm.
His friends know that too, and they know
There
what
you
kind of
go.
person
The
it
friends
is.
confirm
Yeah.
this.
Friends,
Mm.
I remember the friends knew that they know what kind of person he is. See, the boys would always know everything when it comes to things like this.
Yeah,
I would
they
say.
do.
I do a lot of phone
They
sessions
do.
with people, men and women both, that are getting cheated on and shit like this. And I'm like, that's who they are. You're delusional thinking they're going to be loyal and faithful. It's not going to happen. It's not their nature.
Men are special.
That's why you just date and you hook up and then you keep on
Yeah.
rolling.
Getting
Rolling,
serious
rolling.
is a big commitment. I say that's too much, and I feel like a lot of men and some women are not comfortable with like commitment. I know that, but
Yeah, but
I agree with the whole thing. Like, just
if
Keep it shorter.
somehow they just know that, why are they even bothering? Like, don't even bother like getting with that person. It's
I don't know.
annoying. Like, I'm sorry,
It
but
is
it's
annoying.
annoying.
I definitely feel bad for her because nobody wants to go through this, especially like have this whole drama in the public. Like, it's worse for
Mhm.
her. But see, now I wanted to get into because there's more tea to spill. So we know that Tristan, after this Insta story of apologizing to Khloe and making things right, like the world thought like he was actually being like serious, but like on January 22nd, we're talking the beginning of the year, he was seen like with another girl. Now it's like a person from TikTok that she
This is
saw
so predictable as
this.
the sun coming up in the east and setting in the west.
Mm.
I can set my watch to this guy.
Yeah. So on TikTok, I think she posted it on TikTok. So according to Trisha is a person who saw Tristan with another girl, and she filmed him. But she says that Tristan tried to take her phone once he realized she was recording him.
Guilty.
He saw this flashlight come on and he snatched my phone out of my hand. Now, in the video that she filmed, it shows that Tristan was flirting with a brown-haired mystery woman as she sat on his lap. Actually, I don't know why I'm not writing this well. So the video that Trisha filmed, it showed that Tristan was flirting with a brown-haired mystery woman, and she sat on his lap. From her perspective, she's claiming she believes that Tristan was worried about being recorded after he brought a whole female with him to the club, just 2 weeks after his public apology to Khloe for cheating and fathering another woman's baby while the two were together.
I'm sure he was really sorry.
I feel like he has a problem. Like this is like a
It's
problem.
commitment
of his.
issues. That's what it
It
is.
He's trying to be something other than what he is. like I said, he's just passing through. You guys are trying to turn a hoe into a husband.
Clearly, Chloe's trying to be very forgiving. But like, if a guy were to do that to me and he's telling me that he apologizes and he's willing to make up for it,
do, not what they say.
Yeah.
How many times you guys heard me say that?
A lot. More than I
every
can
day.
count with my own hands.
That's why I'm sitting there laughing. Because it's, it's
He
so
needs
predictable. It's like when you understand human nature, this stuff is easy
Yeah.
to see. That's why the guys that read my book and apply, they write these great success stories where you see when they come up and they're pretty excited about how it's changed their lives, because you literally can read people in a way that you never could before, and their behavior becomes predictable.
I'm sorry, but if a guy were to do that to me and he tells me that he wants to make up for it and he wants to get back together, he really is gonna have to try harder, because
I'm sorry, but this is
He's
a
gonna have to try.
narcissist at this point, and he needs help.
That's
Like-
a big pattern.
he's gonna have to
Actual
try harder.
He has 3 kids with three different women.
That's who he is.
That's
He's
crazy.
gonna spread his seed far and wide. He'll probably have 3 or 4 more kids with 3 or 4 different women.
But like,
That's
at
who he
least
is.
own it. Don't go around worried if people are filming you. Like, own it at that point.
Own
be there
it
for
and
his kids
be that
too.
guy.
Yeah. Like,
Stop trying to be something you're not.
We all know, like, you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He better be at least supporting them, because that's kind of messed up.
Where's the chick, man?
Kids aren't like
Like a
something to like kid around with. Like, they're a commitment.
Mm-hmm. And this is an interesting quote, because I think people can relate to like men like clicking or deleting a video so fast. She said, "I have never seen a man click X on a video so fast, thinking I was recording him."
He's guilty.
And then a day after the TikTok video was posted, who dated Tristan on and off, so they were both on and off from 2016 to 2021, took her Instagram with a post that seemed to be directed at her ex. Betrayal rarely comes from your enemies. She captioned a series of photos of her inside her car. So that's like the end. I didn't really want to get into more of the
You're not
video.
happy with your boy Tristan? You're pretty mad about him, aren't you? You want to stomp on his feet?
Yeah.
Literally, it isn't until they realize they did something wrong and someone catches them is when they all of a sudden freak out. It's like, why do you even do it in the first place? Like,
That's who they are, man.
yeah, but
it's
it's
their nature.
stupid.
It's
I'm
their
sorry,
nature.
but it's stupid.
Don't take it personally. It's just their nature.
So I hope Khloe the best, and I think moving forward, she knows what her priorities are, which is her daughter, and she's gonna obviously have to try to be nice to Tristan no matter what, because he has to be there for their daughter. But moving forward, I think she's just gonna focus on her daughter. I don't think she's gonna go back to dating. I hope not for a while, until like a man really like loves her and treats her well. I think like for any women, for all women, they need that. Like that support from like a man that can like actually love her, not make her feel insecure and do things like that.
Clearly, she's a very forgiving woman for her to put up with that stuff.
Yeah. I don't care what it is. I don't need the father in the picture if he's going to act like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like he's not even thinking about his own daughter. Like, do you want your daughter to be treated like that when she gets older? Like, no. So
Yeah,
just pay our bills, and I don't need you anywhere near us.
Yeah. I'm empathetic with, like, in this case with Khloe, I'm very empathetic in that case, but still, he's a pig.
He's a man.
Hands down.
He's a stud. He's a stud. He's the man. He's living his truth.
I mean, yeah, but like, don't play with
You
women
must be
like
who
that.
you are, what you should be. Well, a guy like him, he wants to be loyal and faithful, but that's not who he is.
I mean, you do you, just own it.
Exactly.
Yeah.